This is the most powerful Windows laptop you can get right now. Let's review MSI Titan 18HX. As I said earlier, this is the most powerful Windows laptop in the market. It has Intel 14900HX processor, NVIDIA RTX 4090, and 128 gigabytes of RAM, up to 192 gigabytes of RAM, which is just insane only by watching these specs in this laptop. Let's start with the body and chassis design. This laptop made with a combination of aluminum and magnesium alloy, which is great. It means this is one of the best and most premium Windows laptops in the market. I should say there is some plastic in some areas or even some glass on the keyboard deck, which is interesting to see. I will talk about it later. And I can say you can just feel the premium on this laptop because it's a $5,400 laptop. And it is too expensive. It is one of the most expensive laptops in the market right now. It's like maybe the most expensive Windows laptop in the market, and it is just insane. The build quality is just rock solid. I like it. I like the stiffness in the body, in the keyboard deck, and also on the hinge. Even though it has an 18-inch screen, it has one of the best made hinges in the market. I'm talking to some brands like HP, and they should take a lesson here from MSI to see how well they can build a hinge in this laptop with this huge and heavy screen, which is not wobbly. It is thanks to their build quality and good engineering. Some brands like HP really should take a lesson here. And as for the keyboard, I like this keyboard a lot. It has PerQ RGB, it has mechanical keyboard, but in only 60% of the keyboard, which is okay because real gamers are gonna use this laptop and play with WASD buttons, not arrow keys. And because of that, it is okay for this laptop to have mechanical keyboards on only 60% of it. But it feels a little different because it maybe feels awkward for someone who wants to type on the keyboard with two different feelings to it. It has two different key switches, and because of that, it may be a little awkward for someone. Like as you can hear, I hope you can hear it. The feel is different, the noise is different, and it may be a little uncomfortable for someone, but I was okay with it, and I really enjoyed using this keyboard. You can customize the keyboard and the RGB on a SteelSeries app. It is not available in MSI Center, which is a thing you should know before buying this laptop, because we were trying to customize the keyboard in MSI Center, and it didn't tell us that you should change the keyboard RGB and setting on the SteelSeries app. And because of that, it was like a nightmare for us. We tried everything in MSI Center and nothing worked. So after all, we saw SteelSeries and we downloaded it and we changed the keyboard settings. And I should say that I hate the trackpad here. It is one of the worst trackpads I've ever seen. It has haptic feedback and it is just absolute garbage. Even though it is beautiful, it has RGB, it wanted to be Alienware, but it can't because it is MSI. But I should say, The trackpad is just not good. It always misclicked for me. It always loses my clicks, and drag and drop was a nightmare on this trackpad. I don't like it, but at least you will get a mouse in the package. And anyway, if you want to spend $5,000 on a laptop, more than $5,000 on a laptop, you can buy $100 like Logitech or Razer mouse. It is easy for you, so do it. As for the ports, I like this set of ports. This is the best port selection I've ever seen in a Windows laptop, especially in a gaming Windows laptop. You have 5 USB ports. Finally, thank you. 3 USB Type A ports. All of them supports 10 gigabits per second, which is nice. 2 USB-C ports. Both of them supports Thunderbolt 4, and one of them supports 140 watts USB Type-C charging at PD 3.1, which is nice. Thank you. Someone listens to my screams about the ports. A gaming laptop should at least have 5 USB ports. I want to plug in my accessories to my laptop. 4 or 3 ports is not enough for a gaming laptop, and this is the best thing I've ever seen. It also has SD card slot. Thank you. It is a nice addition. I like it. Thank you. But it's only capped at 100 megabytes speed, which is okay because it's a gaming laptop, and even though it is a little slow, it is good to have an SD card on this laptop. One of the nicest things about these ports is the big ass ports like RJ45, like HDMI 2.1, and the charging port is located on the back. Thank you. Thank you again, because it won't stuck in your hand and it is just feels good. It feels right. This port selection on this laptop is the best thing I've ever seen in the last 7 years that I'm reviewing gaming laptops. I'm reviewing gaming laptops for 7 years, yes. And in the last 7 years, I was doing it in Persian. Now I'm doing it in English. And I'm seeing this laptop and I'm loving it because it feels right. Thank you, MSI. Just, I should say thank you. It is 10 out of 10. It is 11 out of 11 scores out of 10. Thank you. Just thank you. I love you. And also, it has audio combo jack with good audio output quality. I like it. Thank you. And it just feels right. And even though it weighs around 4.8 kilograms with the charger, the laptop, and 3.6 kilograms standalone, it is one of the best laptops in this section, and I think I should give it a 10 out of 10 for this section. Okay, let's talk about a screen. This is the best screen I've ever seen in any laptop. It is an 18-inch screen with 4K resolution, 16 by 10 aspect ratio, and 120 Hz refresh rate, 100% sRGB, more than 90% Adobe RGB, 1200 nits of brightness at HDR, 600 nits of brightness at SDR, and everything about it feels right. Again, thanks MSI for this screen. It's just heavy, guys. Everything about it is just fine. Expect the heaviness of this laptop. I don't like the weight on this laptop, and also this screen. The screen is huge. Like it is thicker than iPad Pro M4 I reviewed, I think 3 months ago, and it is just big. It is heavy. And I should say, MSI said the screen supports 100% of DCI-P3 color coverage, which is good, and it means you can edit your videos, edit your photos, do your games, anything like that on this screen without any problem, and be happy with it. For the screen, I can give this laptop a solid 10 out of 10 score. Okay, let's talk about performance. As I said, this laptop has an Intel Core i9-14900HX processor. It's a 24-core CPU, and it has NVIDIA RTX 4090 at 175 watts, which is insane. It has 128 gigabytes of RAM, up to 192 gigabytes of RAM. Wow, this is just wow. It's mind-blowing. And also it has 3 SSD slots, one of which supports PCIe Gen 5 SSDs, and 2 of them supports PCIe Gen 4. And also this laptop has RAID 0 SSDs, And also because of that, the SSD speed we tested in this machine raised up to 14 gigabytes for the read and 8.5 gigabytes for the write, which is just insane, guys. We tested Cinebench R23 and 2024 in this machine, and Cinebench benchmark is a test that can show us how well the cooling system can handle some heavy tasks. And in Cinebench R23 we got around 29,000 scores in this machine, which is one of the best scores we've ever seen in any laptop. But we've seen better results, and this laptop with overclocking can give us more than 3,000 scores, which is good, but I prefer using extreme mode for this laptop. Also in Cinebench 2024 we tested this laptop and we got more than 1,600 scores, which means it is one of the best laptops in the CPU benchmark we've ever tested. It is just good. And the GPU score in Cinebench 2024, I should also say that these scores you are seeing on the chart now is based on multi-core score. For the GPU score we got around 23,000 scores. It is the highest score we've ever measured in Cinebench 2024, which is just nice. Thanks. And I like the results here. I should say the max TGP we got in the GPU is around 150 to 160, and the max TDP on the CPU we got is 180 watts. Yes, 180 watts on a laptop like this. One of the reasons we got this high wattage is the 400 watt charger. Can you give me this? This 400 watt massive charger. And it is just heavy, but at least I can say this 400 watt charger is the same size and weight as some 300 or 330 watts charger in the market, like Legion chargers. And it is at least good, but it is heavy. It's the same. It is bigger than MSI Dragon. And we also tested Geekbench on this machine and we got more than 16,000 scores, as you can see on the screenshots. And also we tested Time Spy on this machine. Time Spy is a test that can show us how well 3D applications or games can perform in this machine, and we got as near as possible as 20,000 scores, which is good. This is one of the best scores we've ever seen in Time Spy benchmark, which is good. And we also tested some content creation applications like Adobe Premiere and Adobe After Effects. In Adobe Premiere we got 3 minutes and 21 seconds. I expected these numbers because we have Core i9, we have RTX 4090, we have 128 gigabytes of RAM. This is the results I predicted to see. But in Adobe After Effects, the render time was 4 minutes and 18 seconds. It was the same, almost the same as my Asus VivoBook Pro 16X laptop. I don't know why, but Adobe After Effects should give us better results, and I'm not happy with Adobe After Effects in this machine. We also tested some games in this machine like Cyberpunk 2077, Rainbow Six Siege, Valorant, Apex Legends, and all of them worked great. We tested Cyberpunk in 2 different resolutions, 4K and FHD+. In 4K, in ray tracing overdrive, we got 56 FPS in average, which is insane. It is with the help of DLSS, but we didn't expect 50 FPS, more than 50 FPS in overdrive mode in a laptop. We tested ray tracing ultra plus frame generation, where we tested preset ultra and ray tracing ultra with no DLSS and FSR to see how well it can perform in raw performance, which is insane. All of them performed great and I like the results, but it may be a little unfair if we tested these presets only in 4K mode. So we tested all of them in FHD+ mode and you can see the results on the screen. The results are insanely high and getting more than 120 FPS in Cyberpunk in a laptop is just insane. Yes, it's just insane. We also tested Rainbow Six Siege in 2 different resolutions like 4K and FHD+. And in 4K, we got around 22 FPS in average in ultra preset and 340 FPS in low preset, in average. And both of them were great. It was in 4K resolution, but if we dial down our resolution, we can go up to more than 500 FPS in average in Rainbow Six Siege, which is just insane. It means you can buy that 540 Hz Asus monitor and plug it to this laptop and get more than 500 FPS in average in Rainbow Six Siege. It was just insane to think about it, about a laptop. We also tested Valorant in this machine. Valorant is a CPU heavy game, so it shouldn't be that different from i9 laptops. And as you can see on the screen, it is not that different. It was around 300 to 500 FPS, which is what I expected. We also tested Apex Legends on this laptop, and Apex in 4K, it was okay. It worked like a 4070 laptop in 2K. The resolution is too much high that you can't experience that high FPS. And because of that, I don't like 4K screens on gaming laptops. If I got a 2.5 screen on this laptop, I'll be as happy as I am now with a mini LED display. But a 4K display on a laptop is just too much, and 2.5K should be more reasonable. 2.5K at 240 Hz is just a lot better. Isn't it, Hossein?
Yeah, exactly.
Like Legion 7s, like Asus SCAR 18 or some other laptops. And because of that, I prefer a mini LED screen with 2.5K resolution and 240 Hz screen. It is good for video editors, content creators, or something like that. But they are not the people who wants to buy this laptop. It is a big ass laptop. It's just for gamers. I prefer lower resolutions for this laptop. I should also mention that we tested Shadow of the Tomb Raider in 2 resolutions. In 4K, we got 83 FPS in average, and in FHD Plus, we got 161 FPS, which is okay. I think Shadow of the Tomb Raider can't use 4090. Because I expected better results for FHD+. For the performance part, I should say this laptop has dual fan system with vapor chamber in the middle, and it can only dissipate heat from the CPU and the GPU with a silicone paste. And I expected to see liquid metals on a $5,400 laptop. Am I wrong, Hossein?
No, but it's not vapor chamber.
It has vapor chamber, okay, but at least we can get liquid metal on the CPU and the GPU for more than $5,000. And because of that, some laptops in the market like Asus SCAR 18 with $2,000 lower cost can beat this laptop in some scenarios. And because of that, I should give this laptop an 8 out of 10 score for the performance. One other reason I took 2 scores for this laptop is it is too expensive. Performance per cost is too high for this laptop. Frame rates you are paying for in the games are, I think, more than twice or more than triple the amount you are getting on a $1,200 laptop with 4070. And I don't think it's worth it. I think you should buy something like Asus TUF A14, MSI Cyborg 14 or something like that at $1,000 and get a desktop PC instead of this laptop. Both scenarios will cost the same for you. I think the second scenario with one laptop and one desktop cost less for you. Okay, let's talk about speakers, webcam, and battery life. The speakers on this laptop is just okay. They're mediocre. They are not the best. But they can get the job done. I can suggest you to buy a JBL Go 4 for $50 instead of using this speaker. Just do it. You have money. You spent $5,000 on a laptop. Just do it. So this is the webcam quality of MSI Titan 18HX, which is so good. I like this webcam. It is a 1080p webcam and it has good exposure and good image quality. I think this is one of the best webcams I've ever seen in any laptop. What do you think about it? Tell us in the comments below. And also, what do you think about the mic quality? Tell us below. About the battery life. As we expected, the battery life on this machine is not good. Why? Because it has 4090, it has 4K screen, it has Core i9. All of them are power hungry parts. Because of that, even a 99 watt hour battery is not enough to juice up that parts. And at max, you will get 3 hours of battery life in normal use. And in some scenarios, like a little heavy tasks, you will get less than 1 hour battery life, which means this laptop is not a laptop. It's just a desktop that you can carry around. In conclusion, I should say that you should not buy this laptop. Let's be honest. But as a reviewer, I really enjoyed using this laptop and I really loved it. The port selection, the performance of the 4090, the keyboard, the build quality, everything was nice, but the price is just too high. And me as myself and you as my viewers, as my friends, I can suggest anyone to buy a $5,000 laptop. It is designed only for like 1,000 people in 8 billion people in the world. If you are in that 1,000 persons in the world, you can buy this laptop. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And what do you think about this laptop? Tell us in the comments below. Thank you. Bye.